The final session of this video brings you to 2012 and beyond. David Cameron and Nick Clegg. The main topic of this section will be the bedroom tax and the impact it had on people. The coalition government in 2012, mainly led by Conservative leader David Cameron, was ready to make major reforms and cuts to the welfare system. Bedroom tax, as it was commonly known, is a big one. Introduced on April 1st, 2012, as the under-occupancy penalty, was imposed on people in social housing claiming housing benefits. Those affected would lose between 12% if they had one spare room and up to 25% for more than one bedroom unoccupied, and have to find the difference out of their own pocket. The idea was that people would downsize their homes and save money and allow larger families on the housing list to take the bigger properties when they vacated. This, according to the government, was a chance to reduce the waiting list for those looking for family homes. However, it was a great saving for the Chancellor, cutting the welfare by millions. A byproduct? But there was a problem that was forecasted by experts. There were hardly any one-bedroom places for people to downsize to. People who had agreed to move simply could not, so the waiting list for smaller dwellings increased. But this did not exempt them from paying the so-called penalty, even though they were willing to oblige the councils and the housing associations. No, they simply had to pay the penalty, resulting in rent arrears and, in severe cases, evictions. It was advocated that pensioners claiming housing benefits would also be included in this reform, but thanks to Caroline Abrahams of Age UK, this idea was abandoned. For the most part, this arrangement still exists today. Universal credit kind of brings us up to date as of March 2025. However, the Labour government Chancellor Rachel Reeves has a plan to reduce welfare spending. Sorry, I should have said reforms. Universal credit. The plan was phased in 2013 and fully rolled out by 2018 nationwide. Unemployment benefits, both contributory and non-contributory based, came under this umbrella. ESA, Employment Support Allowance, which replaced incapacity benefit, was included, albeit some people did get that benefit separately in some circumstances. The start of the rollout was patchy, and people were going without payments for weeks on end. An advance payment, a form of loan, was formulated for these circumstances. New claimants can apply for this advance whilst waiting for their application to be processed. Universal credit replaced housing benefit, which is now an added element to a universal credit allowance. However, housing benefit became capped in 2013 and did not cover all of the rent due. In some cases, the allowances nowadays is set by the council according to their respective rates. A standard allowance is awarded no matter what the rent payments are. Here is a typical example of how different the allowances are compared to the council rents.